Welcome to 80s in the Sand.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3, and we are broadcasting from 80s in the Sand. We sound so much more tired now, don't we?
It's been the best week ever, but it's been a very busy week.
It has been a whole lot of fun. And we had an opportunity yesterday to catch up with Amanda Wyss and Diane Franklin and Robert Romanus, three of the actors from the different movies from the 1980s, from different movies from the 1980s. And we're going to have those interviews coming up today. And then here's the cool thing. See, you guys get a sneak preview because you're going to hear these now, and you're going to hear the whole interview now. And then I'm actually cutting up all of these interviews to make our Movie Star Monday for Monday that's going to be on. So, but the nice thing is you're going to get to hear the full interview, and everybody else on the other radio stations that carry the John and Heidi Show, they're only going to get to hear snippets of it, Heidi. See? Our Sunny listeners, you guys, you matter more. We love you the most. We're not supposed to pick favorites, but you are our favorites. And Heidi it was so funny to see Heidi on, I'm going to tell you the Tone Loc story. We're going to share that one later in the program, and we're going to play some music from Tone Loc. But before we play the interview with Tone Loc, we've got some explaining to do. So we'll have all of that coming up. It's a ton of fun. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3 broadcasting from 80s in the Sand with Robert Romanus here. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Very good. The guy that was in front of me in line had a Mike Damone shirt. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I saw that. I love that.
Have you seen quite a few of those things?
You know, I have a couple. I have one that's called, the Ramones T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
That has all the Ramones on it.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it to the Damones.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's my favorite.
That's really cool.
It's a little freaky, I gotta say. But,
so this is your second time here, and you're also at 80s in the Desert as well.
That's
so
right, yeah.
You're like a fan favorite. People love coming to see you, but do you love coming to be a part of this too?
Well, I tell you, I feel like I won a game show, It's like this beautiful resort out here in the Dominican. It's a beautiful atmosphere. The people are fantastic. They're all on the same page. They love the 80s. They're having a great time. And really, what's not to like about this, I'm having a great time, yeah.
Well, we're glad that you're a part of it. For people who are listening back home that haven't had a chance to be a part of 80s in the Sand, they can join us next year. They should. Why should they join us for this thing?
Well, I'll tell you, if you enjoyed the 80s and you enjoyed the music, you're going to just love this because it really is. Like I say, everybody's on the same page. Everybody loves the music from the 80s. Everybody dresses up in sort of costumes from the 80s. And, it's always in this beautiful tropical place. And what can I say? It's a great vacation.
It is, and I've had people say it's the best week ever. I hear that over and over. Best week of my life, best week ever.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. My girl, this is our second year, and she's like, this is the best vacation I've ever had. So.
Well, and the thing that's neat is, like, when we're going out to eat, we'll just see you guys going, at the restaurant next to us. And do you have people bug you a lot when you're trying to eat, though?
No, not at all, And I say hi to everybody, and, I walk down to the pool or over to the restaurant and say hi to someone, stop and talk a little bit, It's really why I'm here. Yeah. And I don't mind it at all. I'm having a good time. So.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Thanks for being here again.
Oh, thank you, pal.
And again, if you get a chance, join us next year, 80s in the Sand. All the details on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Sunny 93.3 broadcasting from 80s in the Sand with Miss Amanda Wiss. See, I remember for sure now because I said your name wrong last time and I felt so bad about that. So you're back at 80s in the Sand. Are you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
And it's just this to me. This year seems like it's been even more fun than the last two. We've been to all of them, but it's like this one was just like perfect for some reason.
I know, and I missed last year because I was filming and I wasn't able to come. But I just think this year has been magical, and the music has been wonderful, and the people, and because now we all run into each other, and now it's like a reunion of seeing all these familiar faces, and
that's been really neat because we'll have people that'll come over and they'll remember, Sioux Falls, right? And they're like, oh yeah, Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
So
it's pretty cool.
It's like a class reunion almost.
Yeah, and the weather has been amazing.
It's been perfect. We got a little bit of rain like one afternoon, but it was like for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it's cleansing and beautiful,
it is. So what has been your favorite part so far of 80s in the Sand? Other than this interview with me, of course.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah. Not that, though.
Gosh, I think just seeing all the familiar faces, obviously hearing all the great music.
Oh, yeah.
And just enjoying the sunshine. And I actually feel like it's just so much fun because wherever you go, you see a familiar face, we have fun conversations, and then also just the relaxation that where you can
unplug a little bit.
Yeah, I feel very unplugged and content in a fantastic way.
Now, last night there was a whole group of people dressed up as characters from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So there was a young lady dressed as you. What was that like to see you walking around?
It was mind-blowing and a beautiful tribute and such an honor that this wonderful, huge group of people took the time to all get together through social media. They didn't all even know each other.
Yeah, they just kind of planned, hey, who wants to do this? And this guy looks like that character.
And they organized it, and the costumes were fantastic. And, I mean, I was blown away. And
it was neat.
It was really neat. It was moving, and they looked so good, and all the work that went into it. I mean, gosh, if any of them hear this, just thank you so much. It's such an honor.
Now, the thing's really neat. You're sitting in the lineup here to do photos right between Diane Franklin and then Robert Romanus. Now, you worked with Diane in one movie and Robert in another, so you're kind of the link between the two of them.
I'm the link. I'm the missing link. Diane Franklin and I were in Better Off Dead.
Beth.
I was Beth. And,
the coat hanger lady.
And then, obviously, everybody knows Robert Romanus because he's brilliant and iconic. And I love him. He's so charming and amazing.
And he's a super nice guy, too.
So nice. So talented. He's a brilliant actor.
So tell me a little bit about the movie that you've got. It's coming out right now?
Yes. It's in the theaters. It just opened on Friday. It's called Badland. It's a Western.
Oh.
And it stars Mira Sorvino, Bruce Dern, Wes Studi, Trace Adkins, the country singer, me.
Amanda Wiss.
Jeff Fahey, James Russo. The list goes on and on and on. And it's a fantastic Western, and it'll also start streaming simultaneously on Amazon Prime, Vudu, On Demand, and all those things. And I really hope everybody
look for Badland.
Badland.
Very, very nice. Well, I wish you the very best with that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. I'm so grateful that I get to be here and that I'm invited. And thank you for wanting to interview.
Glad to do it. Again, Miss Amanda Wiss, and she is one of the many people you'll see here at 80s in the Sand. Join us next year. If you don't have tickets yet, get them now at 80sinthesand.com.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3 broadcasting from 80s in the Sand with Diane Franklin. Diane, you're always just so darn chipper and happy.
Oh, it's because I'm surrounded by upbeat people. I mean, that's where we're at right now. I mean, 80s in the Sand, I have to tell you, is such an amazing experience. And the reason why I return every year is because it's for adults who want to be happy. It's not like they want to be a kid. It's not like they want to be a child. They just want to be happy. And so what happens when you come here is you meet such nice people.
Yeah.
You don't meet people who are like, I'm like, they have problems. They're negative.
They leave those back home.
Yeah, you know,
and they come
seriously,
here.
you know, it's for people who want to be surrounded by positive energy and good people, and honestly, it's huge. It's I can't even begin to tell you. Everybody who comes here is shocked by how nice the people are and how regular and sincere people, you know? So that's why I come back.
It's a whole lot of fun. Now, something that was kind of fun, when we talked, I met you first in 2017. We did an interview in this little room over here that's now like the store.
Yes, we did.
And it was you, and we had Miss Amanda Wiss and Curtis Armstrong. And the thing that was really kind of cool that came from that is, on the way home, I said, I'm going to do a new thing called Movie Star Mondays. And I had 3 interviews, just your 3 interviews.
Aww.
And this is 2.5 years ago. And my wife was like, well, who are you going to be talking to when these are done? And we have done a Movie Star Monday interview every single week since then.
Oh, fantastic.
So we've had, but
wonderful.
You started that. So,
oh, my gosh.
So that was really kind of cool. So thank you for that. And also thanks for coming back over and over and over to 80s in the Sand, because even though you've been here every year, did you notice your line was always the longest line?
Here's the thing. I at first thought, why are they having me back? Because I really thought everyone would be bored with me. Like, you want some new people. But people actually came to me and said, it wouldn't be 80s in the Sand without you. And
absolutely.
I thought, you know what? That is the greatest compliment.
Well, thank you for being here, and I know you got another place to get to, so I'll let you do that. Thank you so much, and thanks for bringing your daughter. We did an interview with her the other day. She is so sweet.
She is amazing.
You got to be pretty darn proud of her.
Now watch her. I don't know if she's talked to you, but boy.
We put a link to her shows that she's got out and all of her fun stuff, so we're wishing her the very best.
Thank you so
Following
much for
in Mama's footsteps.
Merci buckets.
Very good. Again, Diane Franklin, one of the many awesome people at 80s in the Sand. If you don't have your tickets for next year yet, get those, and maybe you'll see Diane there next year, too. That would be really cool. All of the details at Facebook.com/Sunny Radio.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Sunny 93.3, music right there from Tone Loc on this Friday. And we've got an interview with Tone Loc, kind of, sort of. Let me explain what I'm talking about here. My beautiful bride Heidi's sitting here with me. Now, we're at 80s in the Sand. And this is the thing that I thought was really funny. I didn't even know Heidi was a fan of Tone Loc. So we go up to the concert hall, and he comes out, and he's talking to the audience. He's doing his thing. And Heidi's like, we got to meet him. I was like, what? Wait a minute, what? She's like, we got to go meet him. And Heidi I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Heidi knows how to party. So Heidi had been drinking at this point, which there's only like 4 people here that haven't been drinking. And I'm most of the time one of those. I did have a couple of drinks the other night, but for the most part, I haven't been drinking. But she's like, we got to meet Tone Loc. So she starts stalker mode. And I was doing my very best to save her. So I did everything I could to make sure that we did not find Tone Loc when she had been drinking, because that would have been terrible. So then the next morning, which would have been yesterday morning, we said, we were going to go have breakfast. And I convinced Heidi, I was like, well, let's go down to this restaurant here, because here's my big plan. That's where Tone Loc's going to have breakfast. So then she's like, okay, I guess we'll go there. And here's the funniest thing. We go and sit down, and we start having breakfast. And guess who walks in?
Tone Loc.
And I got photos that Heidi won't let me share. We'll share the one of her with Tone Loc, but I actually got a photo of like her planning her attack, which was hilarious because she's over there like getting ready to pounce. And then we had him record some stuff with us, but then we had just kind of a fun little conversation. So this is us literally standing in a restaurant. So it's not like a big, long interview because I didn't want to interrupt him in his meal a whole long time. But we got a little bit of audio here with us chatting with Tone Loc on Sunny.
It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for last night. It was phenomenal.
Did you get to do quite a few shows like this kind of show? Or? Yeah. And what are your favorites like when you go out? This got to kind of be pretty cool to be in paradise like this.
It's cool, man. You know, as long as the people are nice, everybody's, you know, friend, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, you know, I want to be happy.
I
Enjoy
loved
yourself.
That was
if
really
you don't
cool.
want to be happy,
Then stay-
this is the type of place
Yeah.
you want to be happy.
Exactly. If you don't want to be happy, stay away from the people who do want to be happy. Just leave them alone.
Get out of here.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to be at a place like this. It's a happy spot.
Yeah, we have to go home to South Dakota where we just had a ton of snow and ice yesterday.
Shows up there. It's cold up
cold.
there. I was like,
It
damn, it's
is
13
cold.
below. I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, it'll be a while before I come back now.
Yeah, there were 33 accidents yesterday.
Whoa.
And
you got to know how to walk.
That's a lot of
I would
accidents.
slide in the back of it. Bam. Bam. I'll be hitting there. I'll be sued to death out there.
It's bad.
I was just last night when we were at your show. I remembered my very first CD that I ever owned. So as I was in there, I was thinking, and it didn't dawn on me till you were on stage singing. And I said, this was the first CD that I ever owned. In 1990, I was old enough to drive finally. I got a car, and it didn't have a radio, so I put in a radio with a CD player. And a friend of mine said to me, he goes, do you even own any CDs? And it dawned on me that, I guess I don't, do I? So I go out to buy a CD, and there was one called Rap's Biggest Hits. The number one song on it was Wild Thing by Tone Loc. And then there's a couple others on there, but that number one got listened to a lot. And I posted a thing last night on Facebook, a picture of you on stage, and I said, for just a moment, I got to be 14 again.
That's cool.
Heidi, what did you think about meeting with Tone Loc? That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
He is the greatest guy.
Super duper nice guy, and he was talking about having 5 kids, and he just was like glowing.
Kids.
Yeah, 6 kids.
6
I'm sorry,
kids.
5 boys and a girl. But he was just glowing when he was talking about his kiddos.
I love that voice. Love that
Tone
voice.
Loc. He's got that deep voice. So we're going to get some music from Tone Loc coming up here in just a bit. We had some before the break. We're going to have some coming up after this as well. It's on the way. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.